Welcome. I'm very excited to be able to speak with you today. After a few technical difficulties, we're trying this again, and I'm very happy to be able to share some ideas with you that come from my new book. How about that? With a great publisher, Tate Publishing out of Oklahoma is helping me substantially. I'm very happy with that. I'm going to talk to you about the book today and some of the ideas and concepts that are in the book to help you to better understand what's there and what's available to you, and to give you an incentive to want to get one for yourself so that you can delve into and study these very profound concepts. I had some really concerns about some of the protocols of communicating with the divine, and I asked God if I could talk to Jesus because of what was going on in my life, and also I didn't want to step on any toes. And he says to me, yes, you can talk to him anytime without hesitation. I do not feel slighted at all. You are welcome to the whole of the universe without any reservations and without limits. How about that? Isn't that kind of a wonderful commitment, kind of a wonderful promise that any one of us can access the whole of the universe without limits or restrictions? How inviting and wonderful is that? He said, you will enjoy connecting to this son and all others that you meet here in my home. It's really wonderful that he is so open and willing to allow us to connect and to enjoy those connections. I asked this question. I said, I want to ask you how you learned to be so insightful and wise, and you were able to see the underlying issues that people were going on with people, like seeing their intents and then the deeper solutions to their problems. I was always curious about this because when I read about Jesus, he seemed like he could just understand people and very quickly determine what it was that was going on with them, but not just the surface issues, some of the deeper issues. He said, you have this gift also. You can feel it already. I listened to God and spoke to God and learned and developed myself from this blessed connection. If you were ever wondering about how it was that Jesus developed his ideas and his concepts and his awareness so much, there it is right there. And then he makes another statement that I think is very, very interesting and very inviting. He says, any one of you can make this same connection, and when you do, you gain more insights and understanding than you realize. What do you think he meant about that, by gaining more insights than we realize? It's because when you make a connection of your own, then what happens is that there's a sense of going on inside of your body that is very different. What happens is that you are being taught kind of at the cellular level, at the soul level, and you have this sense, this awareness that your information, the concepts that are coming to you are changing you at a very, very deep level. You see, when you open up to a divine connection, much more intelligence than you sense is flowing through you. Suddenly you become aware of other impulses and thoughts. You begin to feel what is going on with others. Isn't that interesting? This has kind of been my experience as well, is that when you really listen, when you really try to sense what's going on with people, then you feel them. You have conversations that you have always been going on between your body and the intelligence, and they become more visible to you. What that means to me is that over time, as you have these conversations, as you develop yourself, as you listen, and as you become more aware of what is going on around you, that you can develop more visibility and be more sensitive and aware of what is available there. This is the process that I invoked on from my earliest days. I had an intense interest in the world of God and what was going on behind the illusions. I like this concept because there are a lot of illusions to our life. Illusions that we're this or we're not that. And he had this interest, this intense interest from even a young child about what was going on and the interest in the background, if you will. I, like you, wanted to see the root causes of behavior and what people were doing that could be shifted to help them find more joy and peace. Isn't that kind of what it's all about? Finding more joy and peace? If our quests as societies, as cultures, and our energies were spent on this concept of what could be produced to help people shift to more joy and peace, as opposed to what could be created that would kill people or maim people or hurt people or make them feel less. Can you imagine what a wonderful culture and a society we would have? It's really quite a great concept. I wanted to share and teach, and that is what I did. I did this from my youth. When I came to others that had great knowledge, I listened, I asked, and then asked some more. What a wonderful concept, what a wonderful MO he had. He found people with great knowledge, then he asked them questions, and then he listened to them, and then he asked more. Isn't that a great model for how to learn, how to develop oneself? Each of my interactions was based on my strong desires to learn more and grasp more from any source I could find, particularly the divine source. Then he says something that's very interesting and very inviting. You may also do similar acts. What that means to us as individuals is that he created a model, he kind of stepped up and developed these desires and established himself as someone who could learn and gain great knowledge, particularly in concepts of the divine. And then he says, you can do similar acts. It's not that he was setting himself high above us. He wanted to show us what was possible and then to encourage us to step in as he did. There are so many topics and ideas that are available. I found that with each new inquiry, a whole new world opened up to me, literally. So there you have it. The invitation is there to do similar things, even to do different things than what he did, and to open up a whole new world to us as individuals and to the world in general. It's a wonderful challenge. It's a wonderful concept. And I want to invite you to get involved with these ideas, get involved with me, get involved with people who want to have their own divine connection, get involved with the concepts of Jesus by picking up this great little book. It's available online at your resellers, and on my webpage you can get an autographed version. Thanks for listening.